Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Centre Calgary, and here today with another very exciting piece of pre-owned inventory. This one is a 2008 911 Turbo Cabriolet, and significantly, it has a manual transmission, which is awesome to see. It definitely makes the car more desirable. The Tiptronic that was available at the time is a fine, serviceable transmission, but the manual just really dials up the engagement factor and makes the car quite unique and a really special driving experience. The turbos. They just have a very unique feel, really kind of ferocious in the way that they deliver their power, and something that you just can't get anymore with a manual transmission. They haven't built them for 10 years plus now with this transmission. So these ones that have it have again definitely become quite sought after and quite special things. So let's talk a little bit about this one in particular. Well, one more I guess broad spec that I'll talk about. If you don't know, these ones use a 3.6 liter flat six, twin turbocharged, makes 480 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. So you can see what I'm saying there. Lots of power, small light package, and it delivers it very well. All-wheel drive as well. All of the turbos are. But back to this guy in particular. So starting with the outside, I love this color. This is Atlas Gray Metallic. It was what they called one of their special colors at the time. So as a result of that, a little bit more rarely selected and only available for a relatively small amount of time. So looks great and just more rare. Silvers are great. I have ordered several silver cars. I like them very much, but the gray ones have just a little bit more depth, and particularly these unique grays that aren't available every year. The wheels are the standard 19-inch turbo wheels, as they should be. They've become kind of iconic to this generation, and I think they look pretty awesome. Of course, it is a Cabriolet with the black top. We would have had a couple of different color choices available, but black, I think, suits the car quite well. So from there, let's move on to the inside. Being a turbo, it'll have the full leather interior, so not just your seats, but all the dash, the doors, all of that are leather wrapped. I love leather. It makes it feel a whole lot more premium in there, and as they get a little bit older, a full leather interior, it just ages well. It develops, rather than wearing out, it kind of develops a patina. This one's in quite good shape, but even when they start to get a little bit more worn, it just looks good. It really doesn't take away from it. So awesome interior in these cars. This one also has the thicker steering wheel. So the standard one was a little bit thin. Same kind of thing with the transmission. It's fine with the standard one, but the thicker one just feels that much nicer in your hand. Feels like you're a little bit more in control. I definitely appreciate the thicker wheel. Some other stuff unique to this one. The center console is leather wrapped as well. Any extra leather bit that you can get, I always appreciate. Love the leather stuff, and something you can't really get in the same way anymore on the more modern cars, where the whole kind of center console tunnel there is leather wrapped with the stitching throughout. Looks really cool, and again dials up that kind of premium feeling inside the car. The door entry guards too are stainless steel and illuminated, so when you open up the door, it'll say turbo in there and light up, kind of welcoming you to the car, which is a great touch. I definitely appreciate that option. Heated seats as well, and they're the adaptive sport seats. So that means they are the more heavily bolstered seat. They have a little bit more shoulder support than the standard seat would have, and they wrap around you a little bit more, and that wrap is variable, so you can have it wrap you a little bit more tightly if that's what you're looking for. Great seat. It was the right seat to put in the car, in my opinion. Also park assist, so you've got the parking sensors on it, and it has the Sport Chrono package too, which they didn't all have, so nice to see that. You get the stopwatch on the dash with that. Content-wise, I think that about sums up the optional stuff on this one. We did quite a bit of work to it when we took it in. It was in very good shape, but our techs go through it with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that anything that we are reselling is to a very high standard. So maintenance-wise, we did the major service, which is due every 4 years or 60,000 kilometers. So now that's done. You won't have to worry about it for quite a while after you purchase the car. That entails an oil change, of course, as well as spark plugs, brake fluid flush, dry belts, quite a bit involved in that. That's all being done. So the next service would just be a minor service, which is an oil change, some other inspections, but just kind of the least of what you generally have to do. A couple of other things were replaced. Let's see here, we did new coolant lines. It has new inner and outer tie rods, also a new gas cap, new fog light lens. So we did quite a bit, spent about $12,000 on the car, so you really shouldn't have anything to worry about. And it didn't come to us in bad shape. They just spend quite a bit to make sure it's in as good a shape as we can possibly make it mechanically and aesthetically. So this is a great example, and so nice to see it with that manual transmission, a really unique drive experience. So if you're interested in the car, if you enjoy the video, please do come down, pay us a visit, and check it out in person. Thanks very much for watching.